evening, viewers. You're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. Let's cut across now to the latest visuals that have been coming in from the national capital. I'm coming down from Himachal, a state completely devastated, where the aftermath of the floods that the state hasn't seen in recent history, worse than the worst it had seen in 1995. But Delhi has also seen the worst it had seen ever since 1978. The Yamuna, well above the danger mark, though has receded a little, but the arterial roads of the national capital still flooded. And the cesspool politics still rife. Collateral drowning in that cesspool, the citizens of Delhi.
Cars, rickshaws, motorbikes. These are now mere objects floating like fragile paper boats on the relentless currents that have taken over the streets of the national capital. The water level of the mighty Yamuna has decreased marginally to 208.4 meters, but it is still well above the danger mark. From Rajghat to Kashmiri Gate to Red Fort to Yamuna Bazaar, many parts of Delhi down on the knees for the second day straight.
The island kind of shape that you see behind me is Rajghat, and it is surrounded by water completely, and water flow has intensified in the last 24 hours. The Yamuna water level have slightly dipped. However, the encavements, the walls that were there to protect water level, water of the river from entering into the city, there are cracks there, and that is why the intensity of water flowing into the city has increased in the past 24 hours.
Floodwaters reached the entrance of the Supreme Court in central Delhi, while the busy ITO intersection got submerged as a regulator of the Delhi Irrigation and Flood Control Department suffered damage.
As a resident of the national capital, you understand how important ITO is. But unfortunately, for those who want to travel from Noida to Delhi or from Delhi to Noida, and in case you want to use the ITO, be prepared, you will have to spend at least a couple of extra minutes on the ITO. The reason is the entire side, both the sides are inundated. There are also chances of your vehicle getting stranded. Just in case you are on a two-wheeler, be extremely careful.
Several buses and trucks were left stranded in Kashmiri Gate, where city's biggest bus terminal is located, an area that is usually bustling with buses and passengers. And similar was the situation at the historic Red Fort. Politics has erupted over the floods in Delhi, with BJP and Aam Aadmi Party trading charges against one another.
सर रात को भी मैंने कई ऑफिसर से स्पेसिफिकली रिक्वेस्ट की कि एनडीआरएफ को बुलाइए, बट सर वो माने नहीं रात को. अब आई है एनडीआरएफ, थैंक यू है, बट सर रात को आ जाती तो बेहतर हो जाता सर. अश्विनी जी को मैंने कहा, ग्रुप पे लिखा, सीएस साहब भी थे उस पे सर, थोड़ी सी मदद हो जाती सर.
मैं सौरभ जी ये कहना चाहूँगा कि ये समय नहीं है कि हम किसी के ऊपर ब्लेम करें या कुछ और टिप्पणी करें.
देखिए, सबसे पहले तो बहुत दुख की बात है कि ऐसी आपातकाल स्थिति में भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी को सिर्फ राजनीति करने का समय मिल रहा है. ये समय है सबके साथ काम करने का. जो आज दिल्ली में पानी आ रहा है, ये दिल्ली में बरसात की वजह से नहीं आ रहा है. हम सबको पता है दिल्ली में पिछले 4 दिन से एक बूंद पानी नहीं बरसा है. जो आज सारा पानी दिल्ली में है, ये हरियाणा की हथनी कुंड बराज से बहते हुए यमुना में आया है.
पंजाब रास्ते में पड़ता है, बिना पंजाब के तो हिमाचल से पानी दिल्ली नहीं पहुंच रहा. उसको कुछ नहीं करना है, और दिल्ली की सरकार को तो बिल्कुल ही कुछ नहीं करना है. दूसरों को आदेश निर्देश की बजाय कि खुद क्या कर रहे हैं वो तो बताइए.
Normal life in Delhi has been thrown out of gear as rising waters of the Yamuna invaded homes, markets, thoroughfares, tourist spots. The next few days are critical. Even if Yamuna's level comes down, the water that has already entered the city may take time to clear out. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, viewers, let's cut across to our political guest this evening. Like I said earlier, in the cesspool of Delhi politics, those who are drowning are the citizens of the national capital. While the waters might have receded a little, Delhi also saw 3 fatalities just reported an hour ago. 3 young children drowning in Jahangirpur. I want to cut across to our guest this evening from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Joining me is Sardar R.P. Singh, Akshay Marathe from the Aam Aadmi Party will be with us shortly. Sardar R.P. Singh, you know, one can keep saying that it's apathy by this government, by that government, but the BJP has clearly pinned the blame on the Aam Aadmi Party government, understandably. But R.P. Singh, if you're going to be blaming Arvind Kejriwal today, do you equally blame in Kurukshetra? People are getting to their houses on tractors. There is water in Ambala, in Anil, which the health minister's residence. Waters have entered in Noida as well, which is Uttar Pradesh. Do you hold each chief minister equally accountable, R.P. Singh?
Yes, each one of them are equally accountable. But let's talk about, I mean, I accept that each one need to answer why water arrangement was not done, why flood arrangement was not done. But let's talk about city as such. Preeti, sorry, it's bad to ask you, but can I ask you a question? What sort of water has come to Delhi? How much cubic tons?
Sir, I can tell you in Himachal Pradesh, because I'm right now in Himachal Pradesh, but yes,
Oh, no.
but yes,
Ma'am.
with what you're
Okay,
talking about in terms of how many cubic tons, and also, yes.
Okay, give me a second. It's 3.25 lakh cubic ton, okay, which is there in Delhi. I have a press cutting of year 2019, which there was water into to 8.28 lakh cubic ton. No floods, because dredging was being done in Delhi that year. This year, can we know how much dredging has been done and when the dredging was done and how much money was spent and why the outcome is not there? I'm just showing you. I have the. So that clearly shows what's the reason behind what's happening in Delhi. The government didn't prepare for itself this complete thing to do it 3 months in advance. They just slept over it, and had we wouldn't have faced this problem today what we are facing in Delhi.
All right, Sardar R.P. I'm going to take you to the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, but like I said, sir, seeing in the national capital, let me once again subscribe to a very old, the tyranny of distance, scenes playing out in Kurukshetra, Ambala, and those are the cities that are under the Bharatiya. That Akshay Marathe, I want to bring you in. You know, one can keep going blaming the Haryana government for releasing water from Kund barrage, but sir, you know better, don't you? Something that you do on a routine basis as well. You were expecting it. Why wasn't complete 100% evacuation expected?
Preeti, let me start number one by acknowledging that for all the relief work, all the recovery of property and life, all of the work that is being done to repair the embankments on the Yamuna, all of that work that is within Delhi is the responsibility of the Aam Aadmi Party government and our ministers, Saurabh Bhardwaj, Atishi, even our Chief Minister, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, has been on the ground monitoring all the work and taken full responsibility for whatever is within our control. Now, point number two is that we have seen what has happened
Marathe,
in
I want to ask you one question.
Region.
No, before you make point number two, sir, please answer. Akshay Marathe. Sir, I've asked the same question to the BJP spokesperson. I will ask the same question of you as well. Where you are talking about your leaders take full responsibility of relief and rescue. You had a 72-hour notice, didn't you? You knew very well that the Hathni Kund barrage would be releasing water. It would take 72 hours to reach the national capital. Why did we not see the kind of urgency that we saw with leaders from the Aam Aadmi Party waist down, deep in water right now? Why could it have not happened earlier?
No, respectfully, Preeti, I would like to disagree with you. In fact, the relief work started 4 days ago. We set up hundreds of camps for people who were leaving the low-lying areas to come and live in those relief camps. We are arranging for food kits for the last 4 days. So it's not as if relief work has started only today. The work we are seeing that's happening now is the work being done to repair some of the regulators that stop Yamuna water from flowing into the city. because of the sheer capacity of the Yamuna water flowing into Delhi right now, a lot of the equipment is being damaged, and that repair work is ongoing, and our government is doing everything it can to stop the Yamuna waters from flowing into the city. But just imagine the Yamuna is being flooded from water not coming from Delhi but coming from Himachal Pradesh, coming from Haryana, because we are experiencing unprecedented amount of rainfall in the northern Indian plain. This is not something that Delhi has created or Arvind Kejriwal has created. Now let me just finish one point.
You know, I want to bring in RP Singh. RP Singh, okay, make your point.
Let me just, only in the BJP's worldview can a natural disaster that has occurred in Himachal Pradesh and Haryana become a Arvind Kejriwal made disaster in Delhi. Only in the cynical worldview of the Bharatiya Janata Party can they convert a natural disaster into an opportunity for political mudslinging. That is the tragedy we are experiencing today in the national capital. One party is working on the ground trying to
I just want to bring in RP Singh back into this conversation. RP Singh, you know, the fact is, you might say in terms of how much cusecs of water that was released, it's not as much as it was released the last time around where 1978 was concerned. But sir, you also know that the Yamuna was flowing well above the danger mark before that water was released. You also know that 2 days, just about exactly 4 days ago, Delhi has seen more rainfall than it sees in the entire season. So we're talking about unprecedented circumstances, sir.
PT, that's why, because you are not in studio, so you don't have your research backend with you. 3.25 lakh cubic ton versus 8.28.
No, sir, I have my research now. Tell me.
Can I allow me to?
Sir, do you admit to a fact? No. Let me tell you, I'm reading it out. Do you agree with the fact that in the last 10 days, in just 2 days alone, Delhi has seen more rainfall than it sees in the entire monsoon season? Delhi has seen more rainfall in the last 42 years than it's ever seen.
Okay, are you through with this? This flooding is not because of rainfall in Delhi. I mean, that waterlogging happened in Delhi. Allow me to complete. Now, waterlogging happened in Delhi because of rainfall, where again the Delhi government failed. 107 points were given to Delhi government, 19 reminders were given to Delhi government by Delhi traffic police to ensure that waterlogging is taken care in all those places. But Delhi government miserably failed to do that also. But coming to this flooding, as I was saying, that more than 2.5 times more water was released just 4 years back, and that was managed because there was a proper dredging being done in the Yamuna river as such, the river bed. This time there's no dredging being done, and also the
But RP Singh, 4 years ago we did not see this kind of rainfall. We have seen more rainfall in Delhi in 42 years, sir. It's history.
You are mixing up the two. I'm sorry. You are trying to safeguard the skin of Aam Aadmi Party. Here is the cutting of the Indian Express, which categorically said, it's not me, which categorically said how much water was released from Hathni Kund. It was 8.28 cubic ton, 2.5 times
I don't understand.
It has been released this time. Give me a second. The rainfall has nothing to do with this.
Make your point. Make your point. Yes, make your point.
Delhi government to ensure. Please, I mean, don't do this to me. I mean, if I'm telling you the technical thing, understand with the technicality. As far as rainfall in Delhi goes, the desilting of the drains inside Delhi was not done. Even the dredging and the desilting, so-called, if I have to say in the easy term, desilting of Yamuna bed was also not done. That's the problem. There's a reason that's why even 3.25 cubic ton water has overflown the Yamuna.
Preeti, can I just come in?
All right, you're done, RP Singh. RP Singh, number one. 1 second, Akshay Marathe. RP Singh, number one, nobody is trying to save the skin of any political party. Maybe being in the Bharatiya Janata Party, you're not used to hearing questions and being asked questions, sir. But in our channel, we ask questions both ways. It cuts both ways. You will not have an easy one here. Having said that, you've made your point. Having said that, you have made your point. I did. And having said that, you've made your point. I want to bring in Akshay Marathe. RP Singh, if you're saying that unprecedented rainfall doesn't account to flooding and the kind of situation we've seen, then, you know, that's quite bizarre.
Not
because
in Delhi,
yes, it does.
Not in Delhi.
Having said that, when you're talking about the dredging, where you are talking about, sir, come on. We've not seen this kind of rainfall to know better. Having said that, what you're talking about the dredging, you've made a valid point. And I want to bring in Akshay Marathe on that. Akshay Marathe, once again I'll ask you that same question. Were you not expecting unprecedented rainfall this time in Delhi? Yes, you were. But sir, let me cut across to the Aam Aadmi Party guest. Akshay Marathe, was the Delhi government not caught napping? You had enough forewarning to go ahead and actually solve the issue before it became a crisis such as this.
Preeti, I want to categorically say on your channel today that Delhi government has completed desilting of all the drains. They have completed the dredging that the BJP is falsely claiming we have not done. And now I'm actually also pleased that the BJP spokesperson has admitted that this flooding is not happening because of the rainfall in Delhi. It is happening because of the water released by Yamuna. Now, who controls the Yamuna's water being released into Delhi? It is Haryana. And I am not saying that the Haryana state government can stop the water from flowing into Delhi.
You can,
but
once
in the
again,
Hatnikund
Akshay Marathe, doesn't the Delhi government release waters from, no sir, doesn't the Delhi government release waters from the Okhla barrage? It's a barrage, it's not a dam, it's supposed to release water.
Let me finish, you will maybe understand what I am trying to say. Just allow me to finish my sentence at least, and then you can ask me counter questions.
Please go ahead.
All I was saying is that the Hatnikund barrage, which the Haryana government controls, has 3 outlets. One goes to Uttar Pradesh, one goes within Haryana, and one is the main flow of the river Yamuna, which goes into Delhi. We are not claiming here that the Haryana government can stop the flow of Yamuna river. No. We are saying merely that the 2 other pathways for the Yamuna river through the canals which have been built have not been used deliberately for the last 4 days. We are asking a simple question to the Bharatiya Janata Party. Why is it that you have not used the 2 other pathways that are at the Hatnikund barrage? We are not saying that you can stop
It's a claim that the Aam Aadmi Party makes that this is by design to flood Delhi. 1 second, can I just get RP Singh to what your allegations are?
Akshay Marathe, thank you. Thank you, Preeti. The capacity of the canal is 7,000 cubic ton. Just 7,000. We can't pump in 3.25 cubic ton. Whereas the Yamuna canal, which is there for Delhi, has 10 lakh cubic ton capacity. 10 lakh. So even if and the water which has been released is 3.25 lakh cubic ton. Even if you reduce it by 7,000 cubic ton, it will be still more than 3 lakh 18 lakh cubic ton. So what is the reasoning? I mean, I don't understand any logic behind it. But fact is, they have to divert people's mind and attention. That's why they are doing so. And also, give me a second. Those canals are drinking water canals. And this Yamuna canal which comes towards Delhi is not drinking water canal. It's a normal canal. And I give a challenge. Can Akshay Marathe, by
10 seconds, Akshay Marathe respond.
The Yamuna danger level
1 second. Akshay Marathe, 10 seconds answer. We're going into a break there.
Yamuna danger level is at 206 meters. All the Delhi needed was a respite of that 1.5 meters. So even if it was 3,000 cubic as he is claiming, even that would have been at least partially helpful to the people of Delhi. Instead, we are today floating in Yamuna river water, and you are coming on television and saying 3,000 se kya ho jata. Why didn't you do it?
With that, you know, with all this politics, explain this, explain these figures, explain what you are saying to somebody right now stuck in the midst of surging waters of the Yamuna, his or her house completely inundated, because this, viewers, is a cesspool of political blame game, and the collateral drowning in this cesspool are the people of Delhi. And it's not just Delhi. The people of Haryana, Kurukshetra, people are on tractors trying to get home. Ambala, where the health minister's house is inundated. Delhi, where the chief minister's house was in a deluge, where water had come in. Where I'm coming from, Himachal, Congress-run state, abject apathy. Who's collateral? Citizens there.